EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go in the rain in Landover. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's a first carry for their running back, and that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
Like, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Number 17, Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Got it. Ready. Trap 50, trap 50. Go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. The Commanders about to send this one away. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Ready, set.
Laporta in motion. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. There's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready up.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready up. Here we go. Start. Viking 18.
Throwing is Daniel. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time to try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On play action, here's McCarthy. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready?
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. 18. Ready.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
70.
They'll throw with Daniels. That's It's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Vikings nothing.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff. Like, they identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So it might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Jefferson.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Johnny Newton getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's going to air this one out. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
set. Gravity lying.
The drive will start on the ground. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
That's good.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Daniels now on first down. Will be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field, and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Now give on the ground, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
16 yards.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. Now McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Ready up. Get up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Get up.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away well short of the 1st down mark.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 15-yard line.
Find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
Long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Captain Lions. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Out wide, it's McClure.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Let's go.
Here's Daniel. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Commanders first down.
Let's go now.
To the air again is Daniels. And that is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Daniels going to keep this himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Go. Panther 11. Panther 18. Cardinals. Let's go.
Throwing now. Daniel. A quick slant on the money to McClure. And he's into the end zone. Harry McClure. Touchdown, Commanders. Extra point try by Bass. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 29-yard line.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Laporta in motion.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. 14 yards on that pass play there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy. He's got Laporta open on the left side. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that love throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who are very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Ready. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Throw caught by the tight end, Gray. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.